cautiously. But this is turning out to be a good over.
Short, just a single. Yeah, as long as they don't lose wicket, I think it's the key. They don't lose wicket, they will feel much more comfortable that 55 runs needed from 37 delivery. They think that they should achieve that. For Kieron Pollard, Roshan, actually the mid-off goes back. He's outside the circle for Pollard. Pollard the delivery. Very good over. Just a 3 in that over. 1 or 2 for 5.
লাক্স নিয়ে এলো পারফিউমের এক অবিস্মরণীয় সৃষ্টি। পারফিউম বিউটি অয়েলের এক অনন্য মিশ্রণ, যার পারফিউম থাকে বহুক্ষণ। নতুন লাক্স পারফিউম সোপ কালেকশন, সৌরভ এমন রবে বহুক্ষণ।
সোয়াদিকা
থাইল্যান্ড যাবার ইচ্ছেটা যাদের এত বেশি, তারা রবিতে যে কোনো পরিমাণ রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন ব্যাংককের এয়ার টিকিট জেতার সুযোগ। এছাড়াও পাচ্ছেন অসংখ্য সারপ্রাইজ। রবি
As long as Kieron Pollard is there, Dhaka Dynamites will feel that yes, it's within their reach. Have a look at the bowling card here. Nayat Chaudhary 1 for 4. He's just only bowled 1 over. Why isn't he bowling? Shafiul Islam 2 overs. He's just gone for 5 runs. Unbelievable. Shafiul Islam into the attack, and straight away he's put that away for a boundary. Short and wide.
This just complimented. You would expect Jawrul Islam to just knock the ball into gaps and get him on strike, but here he comes out with a boundary, just creates so much of pressure to the fielding side. Now they need to block both ends. They would have thought maybe just singles to Jawrul Islam.
That's a good shout. He's probably going down the leg side, but it looked good initially. I always think that there's a bit of a batter there as well.
Oh well, Martinez did think that there was a bat involved. He did get right across. Yes, big nick. So good call by the umpire. But had there been no inside edge, I think he was a goner, because he had moved so far across. But let's see what Pollard could do. We've already seen he racing to 50 off just 22 balls. Now from round the wicket.
This time it's a short one. Oh, he's coming back for a good one. Second run taken. The big man also runs very quick in between the wickets. Make no mistakes there. We know how he has hit those big sixes. Have a look at this running between the wickets.
Yeah, running that first run hard. Perfect example as to how one could take a second. When you run that first run hard, you have so much of time to come back for the second. Oh, that's not good news for Khulna. It's a wide and 4. That is rubbing salt into the wounds.
Yeah, let's have another look. Did he really get an edge? I don't know. I don't think so. No. It's not a bad shout at all, because he had come in front of the stumps. Have a look at this. Ooh, impacted line, and it's an umpire's call, but never an edge there. Short one, that's gone up in the air. This should be taken. This could be a turning point. Oh, he's taken it. Took a long time, but Demon Ghost takes it. Shafiul Islam comes back strongly and picks up the danger man. Kieron Pollard gone.
I thought that was the length to bowl to him. They were feeding him by pitching it up, but bang it a little bit short. Kieron Pollard has fallen. That was the slower bouncer, didn't come on. In fact, it appeared to have just dug in the pitch, but good catch. Excellent catch by the keeper. Great piece of judgment. So Pollard goes for 55. It's 114 for 6.
বাংলাদেশের একমাত্র ইলেকট্রিক আর্ক ফার্নেসে পরিশোধনের পর তৈরি হয় ভূমিকম্প সহনীয় স্টিল AKS
একটু হিসেব করে চলতে হয়। পিক আওয়ার সিম তো, সকালে এটা, দুপুরে এটা, রাতে এটা, কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসেব।
বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সংযোগ চালু করলেই টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সা এক পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে, আর সাথে আছে 10 জিবি পর্যন্ত ইন্টারনেট বোনাস। বাংলা লিংক।
সকালে এটা, দুপুরে এটা, রাতে এটা, কখন যে কোনটা অন থাকে আসলে একটু হিসেব।
বাংলা লিংকে ফিরলে এত হিসাব করতে হয় না।
বন্ধু বাংলা লিংক সংযোগ চালু করলেই টানা 3 মাস আধা পয়সা এক পয়সায় কথা বলুন মাত্র 39 টাকা রিচার্জে, আর
Yeah, Musaddiq Hussain will be in a bit of a pressure here. He's the next batsman who's coming to bat now after the fall of Pollard's wicket. Just when things were going towards the Dhaka Dynamite, this happened, leading edge, straight up in the air. It's pretty simple catch in the end for Dhiman Ghosh. Waited and waited and waited, and then in the end, no problems. They'll be happy. Just a little while ago, they were shell-shocked by the power hitting from Kieron Pollard, but he's back in the pavilion, and now this is turning out to be a really good match now. They need 42 now from 31. I just wonder why the top two bowlers were not used earlier. Look at Chowdhury, 1 for 4. Shafiul Islam before this had given not much away because he's given away 13 runs. So he'd given away only 4 runs in the first 2 overs that he has bowled, and he's picked up the big fish. And look at Mahmudullah, 1 for 29 of 2. Bradford also expensive, 29 of 2, 17 for 4. That was good. Dhananjaya match now. Pollard, all balls faced today. Yeah, it's the ones that is closest is the wicket, but look at the boundaries that he has hit. Massive sixes. Again, a short one to keep the batsman quiet. He finishes off well. After 15, it's 115 for 6. Even after that big hitting from Kieron Pollard, look at the difference here. Much ahead thanks to that innings from Kieron Pollard, 115 for 6 at this stage. Khulna Titans were 93 for 4. But then Carlos Bradford really got into his act, putting up a really good partnership, good delivery. But he's punched that down the ground, just a single.
The 41 of 29, still very gettable. The difference just 12, 4 wickets standing. And Musaddiq Hussain, I've seen him handle a bat, and he is a good player. This is really a contest now. It's more even with Pollard gone. This is the time that teams would try to outbeat each other, holding one's nerve, winning moments. It's the key. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he was man of the match in the last match. Abu Jahid Chaudhary, 4 for 35, and it'll be a good test. He bowled on 1 over prior to this over and just gave away 5 runs, which is just incredible. Also picked up a wicket. I think this will be a good test for the youngster. He's been very impressive. This is good running, very good running. A little bit sloppier from the outfield there. Too easy for the batsman to come back for the second.
39 of 28, that's the equation. Yeah, but very good running indeed. Look at the pressure turning, and quite easy in the end, the second one. Always good to run that first run hard. Just gives you that extra bit of seconds to make your second. So Musaddiq Hussain, let's see how he handles the bat here.
Yeah, it's the wickets that Khulna Titans is looking forward to. Nicely played, but only be a single bet. There's a man in the deep in that direction. Required rate now 8.44. Original was 7.85. And the problem with Dhaka Dynamo, they've got only 4 wickets in hand. It's not turning out an easy one. Yes, had that man on the screen on the left, Kieron Pollard was, if he was still there, then certainly Dhaka Dynamites would be feeling a lot more comfortable. Still possible, as you mentioned. Only be a single. So dealing in singles at the moment. 5 already in this over.
This is good work by Khulna. They're just making sure that that rate keeps climbing. Now it's 8.5, and the gap, though still 11, that's not a surprise at all. Seamers have bowled extremely well so far in the tournament, particularly here. They mixed it up. This man got 4 wickets in the first game, or the last game he played.
That's a double, almost more than double. 89 wickets for the seamers, 42 for the spinners in this tournament. Again a short one, straight to the fielder, shy at the stumps. Direct hit would have been very, very interesting. They want the second, but I don't think it's there.
So they've got 6 so far of the first 5 balls. That's that running here. Well, direct hit would have been always tight. Direct hits are generally tight, and look where he's running. He's veering away. That always happens. Batsmen is running straight, just lose those milliseconds. That can be tight in the case of a direct hit. Very lucky. Last ball of the over. Oh, that's played well. Akila Dhananjaya, wrong-footed on the boundary. So 8 runs of that over. It's 123 for 6, and 16 overs completed.
সারাদিনের ব্যস্ততায় ত্বকের যত্ন নেওয়ার সময় কই, ফলাফল শুষ্ক ত্বক। এজন্য আমার চাই ভ্যাসলিন ডিপ রেস্টোর। এতে আছে ভ্যাসলিন জেলি, যা প্রচন্ড শীতেও ত্বকে দেয় 6 গুণ দীর্ঘস্থায়ী ময়শ্চারাইজেশন আর দেয় সুস্থ ও সতেজ ত্বক সারাদিন। আমার কাজ তো শেষ, কিন্তু ভ্যাসলিনের কাজ চলছে।
DJ Bravo in action again.
Shot, second shot.
Full toss, swung away, 6. And taken. What a wicket.
Now that he's found confidence, he can dispatch it into the pavilion.
Oh, that's going to be close. Up goes the finger.
BPL Season 5, Kumilla Victorians versus Chittagong Vikings. Today at 6 p.m. live on GTV. Also on Rabbit app.
আরো একবার কাপ নিয়ে দেখছি যে কেমন লাগে, আবার কাপ ছাড়াও দেখছি কেমন লাগে। আরো দেখছি কাপ ছাড়া আঙ্গ তো ভালো লাগে না, আঙ্গ গা খাউজ যায়। এবার আর খাউজা যেত না, কাপড়ে আমরা
আর প্যান ফরমত ভাই কাপলে বিয়ে করি আই মত 3 উইকেট উগর রান আউট পুরো ফরমত আর আমি জিততাম বাবু। আরে তারা বুঝেন না পারে তারা ডিস্টার্ব দিও মানুষ হতা হয়ে গেলে চান্স না পায় মাথা দেয়া যাবে।
চোখ রাখুন ফ্রেশ নিবেদিত ক্রিকেট তকপতে।
Every day, millions of people around the world post content to Google platforms. Things like videos on YouTube, blog posts on Blogger, and social media posts on Google+. Occasionally, people are concerned about the content they see on our platforms. Some people tell us they've seen content that they think violates the law. Others think they found something that is against our content policy. We see content, graphic products, or sexually explicit content. On many Google products, there's a way to let us know about these kinds of violations. Google takes these reports seriously. When deciding whether something is against our policies, we review complaints on a case-by-case basis. Take it down. We have some of their account legal. In many cases, the best way to address a legal issue is to reach out to the person who uploaded the content. Often, they'll remove or modify it on your request, or route your complaint information provided. For all legal matters, and able to respond fairly and accurately to legal and commitment to free expression.
Can cost the game for either side. Oh, what an innings from Pollard. Turn the game on its head. Before he arrived at the crease, Khulna Titans, they were right on top, dictating terms. Still plenty to play. 34 runs needed of 24 deliveries.
Dhaka Dynamites were certainly down and out.
If you have to go on a punt, what's your teammate?
I've got to go with the Dhaka Dynamites at the moment. Sheffield continues from the Shah Cement end, cut away, just one.
Well, these two batsmen have to play sensibly. Jahurul is at the crease. He's played 24 deliveries, looks set to do something special for his side. He should be ably supported by Musaddiq.
Yeah, Khulna will be looking for a couple of wickets here. They can get one, hopefully another one in quick time. Then they are able to pull back the Dhaka Dynamites. But at the moment, 34 from 23, you've got to think that Dhaka can do it. Turned away. Just the one run. And they come back for two, actually. That's good running. Fielder just toppling over, losing his balance as he fielded there. And that allowed them to come back for two. This is good running and good awareness.
These kind of deliveries are not going to help cause of Khulna Titans. Yes, it was a good effort from the fieldsman at fine leg, but not good enough to save.
Or sexually explicit content. Take it down.
Good comeback.
We have some of their account.
This is the line. This is the line.
One run, and they come back for two. Actually, that's good running.
A very important wicket at a crucial juncture of the game when he removed Pollard. It was looking so dangerous. He's been very consistent throughout the tournament. Bowler to rely on in difficult situation. Good run once again. You know, you must have enjoyed Pollard's batting. It was so effective today.
It was about time that we saw something of that kind from him, as we see one of the owners of the Khulna Titans and some of the dignitaries. It's a very tense game. They were a lot happier at the end of the first innings when Brathwaite was going crazy. But Pollard's given them a bit of his own medicine.
Yeah, he packed a few punches, but wasn't able to knock out the opposition.
Or sexually explicit content. Take it down. We have some of their account.
Good to see faster ballers employing this short pitch deliveries.
And they come back for two, actually. That's good running.
Just channelizing their aggression, bringing problems for the batsmen on pitches where there is nothing for the fast bowlers. Good to see.
He's been someone who's been pretty nippy with the ball for me, Amir. And as you say, the wickets that have been played on so far have not really supported the quicker bowlers, but he certainly got something out of the wickets along with his teammate Jofra Archer.
Yeah, he's deceptive. And he's got slow ones, slow bouncer in his repertoire. 17 overs completed. It's 136 for 6. Still anybody's game.